Hey, what's up, Vikings Nation? This is Jeff Cran, aka the Mad Viking, and this is the Minnesota Vikings post-game report. Them Vikings 34-20 over the Lions today, and it all happened here live on Valhalla Sports Talk's Minnesota Vikings Game Day Live. Big day in Vikings land. Vikings continue a two-game win streak now. 2 games in a row after the nation gave up on this team. But guess what? We here on Valhalla Sports Talk showed up for Minnesota Vikings Game Day Live. We had a good group in the chat today, and the Vikings went out and handled business at home against these Lions. Excuse my burp. I had a couple brewskis. Anywho, Vikings handle business. Let's take a look at today's action. The final 34-20. The Vikings are now 3-5 on the season, third in the NFC North. The Vikings go ahead and improve that win streak to 2 games in a row here. Detroit now is 3-5 after talking all that smack, for a couple weeks there. They finally thought that for some reason the Lions have become legit. Well, guess what? They ain't shit. They continue to be crap. And the Vikings passed them in the standings now. And we are now third in the NFC North and they're fourth. The game, of course, was the gambling side of the whole deal. Vikings, the money line was minus 182. If you bet that, you won it. If you took the Vikings and gave up 3, you won that too. And if you took the over of 51.5, you took that cabbage home on that one. Let's take a quick look at the scoring in today's ball game. First quarter, the Vikings started off with a Dalvin Cook run, 5-yard touchdown. Dan Bailey made PAT for 7-0 score. Then Vikings get the ball again after the Lions punt. Cousins passes to Irv Smith. We need to get him more involved. 13-0 is the score after a missed PAT by Dan Bailey. Second quarter, the scoring, Matt Prater kicks a 23-yard field goal, making it 3-13. Then the Lions drive the field. Marvin Jones from Matthew Stafford, making it 10-13, and that's the closest the Lions ever got. Kirk Cousins answers. Pass to Amir Abdullah on the left side for a 22-yard touchdown. Dan Bailey makes the extra point for 20-10 score. Third quarter coming out of the half. Trade punts, back and forth it goes. But in the third quarter, Cousins hits Irv Smith again for a 1-yard touchdown. Dan Bailey makes the extra point. 27-10 is your score. Then we go to the fourth, the money quarter, right? Prater hits a 45-yarder, making it 13-27. Then Dalvin Cook gashes him with a 70-yard touchdown run. Just juking and jiving, running through them Lions. People crying all up in Detroit. Anyway, 70-yard touchdown. Bailey makes the PAT, making it 34-13. Then Daniel manages to get a touchdown to end the scoring here to TJ Hawkinson. 2-yard touchdown after a blocked punt. Some issues for the Vikes on their punt coverage team today. But at 34-24 is your final as the Vikings take that dub in today's game. Let's take a quick look at the stats in today's ball game. Stafford ended up 211 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 2 timely Minnesota Vikings interceptions. He was sacked twice. Cousins, on the other hand, for the Vikes, threw for 220, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack. Yeah, we got to hate on Cousins, even though he keeps putting up 3 touchdown games. We got to try to find his replacement. I don't get it. I really don't get it, Vikings Nation. This guy comes out. He has a bad game every now and then. What quarterback doesn't? But 3 touchdowns. And you guys think some rookie's going to come in here and change this team. Our issue, Vikings Nation, is not on the offensive side of the ball. Our issue is that we cannot get pressure on the passer and that we give up yardage like it's candy to the opposing offenses. But anyhow, Cousins 220, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack given up. Quarterback rating of 141.7. Leading rusher for the Lions was DeAndre Swift, 13 rushes, 64 yards, 4.9 Adrian Peterson, just a shell of his former self, is 8 for 29, 3.6 average. Meanwhile, we got Dalvin Cook for the Vikes, who goes 22 for 206, 9.4 average, 2 touchdowns, 70-yard long. And then Madison adds up 12 for 69 with a long of 18. So our rushing game is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. And the Vikings now are looking at this matchup next week, and I'm going to get into that in just a moment. Who was the leading receivers for the Lions? Amendola went 7 for 77. Jones went 3 for 43. Hawkinson 5 for 39. Jones and Hawkinson both got touchdowns. Jefferson for the Vikes, who's still not getting the ball enough, goes 3 for 64 on 4 targets. Dalvin Cook 2 for 46 on 2 targets. Vikings passing game is okay, folks. Trying to find that next quarterback for this team. I don't get it. I mean, wake the hell up. This team has the talent on the offensive side of the ball to put together a group of wins here and take us to the playoffs. So either get on the ship or get the hell off it. I said it last week. Get on it or get off it. I mean, this whole tanking for next year bullshit, whatever, do whatever you want to do, but that's not how we roll here on Valhalla Sports Talk. All right, so that was pretty much it. Let's take a look at the defensive side of the ball here. Everson Griffin, 2 solo tackles. He gets no sacks after all the smack he talked. He could have stayed here, we could have probably signed him. But he went to Dallas, gets traded to Detroit, then talks all that shit this week. Whatever. He didn't show up. Harrison Smith, though. Let's talk about Harry the Hitman, who is obviously very animated on the field today. Upset with a couple calls there, but 7 solo tackles, 10 total. He gets an INT. Eric Kendricks with a big interception in the game as well. Eric Wilson in replace of Anthony Barr. Who's Anthony Barr? Anyway, here we go. Another interception by Wilson here. His 3rd on the season here. Matafa even checks in and shows up for the Vikes today. But anyway, big game, big win for the Vikes. Our next game is a Monday nighter against those Bears. This game will be covered here on Valhalla Sports Talk's Minnesota Vikings Game Day live stream. Come in, join us. The chat, we have some fun in there. It's really a blast. We're just cheering on the team, trying to get them to them dubs. And so we had another win today. We get our 2nd win in a row for the Vikings Nation. We're ringing bells up in the channel. We got the Minnesota Vikings Hutch football from my childhood up here. We got Bobblehead Francis acting a fool during the streams because he shook when the Vikings score. So that's where we're at, folks. So that's going to do it for the Minnesota Vikings postgame report here on Valhalla Sports Talk. I want to invite you folks to please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, turn on bell notifications so you know when we go online. We're having fun up in here. Little channel that could, okay? 2,000 subscribers competing against these channels with 10,000 subscribers, 95, whatever. We have fun up in here, and we are rooting on these Vikings to get them dubs. We're not rooting on them to lose so we can get a better draft pick. We want dubs. We want wins. We want them SKOL Nation up in here. So anyway, join us here on the channel. We'll go live again next Monday night for Vikings v. Bears from Chicago. Anyway, everybody have a great day. Thank you so much. SKOL. Be nice to your neighbor. Mad Viking. Out.